It's 6 AM, it's Monday, gym time, then a little bit of zone 2. I've done 2 reps at 90, 1 at 95, now looking to slay my 100 kilogram dragon. Not the prettiest. I was pretty happy with the 4 sets of 3 pause reps on the safety bar squat, and I guess I slayed the 100 kilogram dragon on the deadlift, but to be honest, I'm not really 100% happy with that, because for me it should still look really nice, the rep, and there was a bit of kind of flexion in my back, and therefore that takes any of the pleasure really out of completing a rep for me. Now CVR Cade looks to me like it could be a really interesting cycling platform, because at the centre of the concept is the equalisation of your power curve, and this should enable people of different riding abilities and genders, that kind of thing, to have very competitive racing against each other. And that definitely seems to be the case based on some of the live streams that I've seen on CVR Cade. Additionally, you have the ability to change lane. There's different kind of wind environments, headwinds, crosswinds, tailwinds, that kind of thing. And there's a range of quite exciting looking power-ups that I'm sure are going to frustrate the hell out of me. Because it's my intent this evening to take part in my first CVR Cade race in the World Cup Series, 6 PM Tuesday. Now in CVR Cade there's a range of different tracks, and some of them are more technical than others. But as a baseline, it is possible to go too quickly, too hard and fast into the corners and crash as a result. Therefore, in some of the races that I've been watching on the live streams, it's very much a case of when people are going full gas, they have to be looking ahead and figuring out when to ease off the power and also when to brake. And you can brake by pushing either the forward or backwards key. I think it's the backwards key. I have to figure that out, but again. And one of the other really cool features about CVR Cade is that you can't pass through other riders, you have to go around them. And so like in Zwift you have the draft and you can benefit from another rider's draft, but when you want to go around them, you have to change your lane, increase the power and take the wind earlier. You can't just ride through them. And again, obviously that mimics crit racing or any other kind of racing. And so the combination of having to watch your cornering speed, having to change lane to avoid obstacles, other riders or teams of other riders working together to block you, makes the tactics that much more interesting here. Well, I'm hoping. So I'm really looking forward to this evening when I'm going to have my first race, and really where my power curve will start to equalise properly. I'll report back tonight. I've completed 4 races. I started the 5th but burnt out very quickly, and we're just about to start the 6th race of the evening, my final race in the New York Cityscape Arena. Oh, here we go, and we're off. Now I'm showing 440 watts. On my power meter here. Still showing 440 watts. Now in the 300s. Back to 300. I'm back up at Bowler to pick up a Land Rover Defender that I hope is going to take Jane, myself and my bikes on a few adventures over the next couple of years.
Same as that one.
This is the Rally Desert version of the Bowler. 3 litre V6 Savage. Five litre supercharged V8.
567 brake.
567 brake horsepower. 5 litre V8 Bowler about to start.
Come on, Charlie, don't let us down.
That is savage. That is insane. Now this one is a Bowler based on the Range Rover Sport, but look at the beautiful lines. To say that that has been enhanced would be an understatement. So this is a 1985 Land Rover Defender, and it's been beautifully restored by someone called Simon, who's owned it for a couple of years prior to me now buying it. And I'm feeling very nervous because, as I say, it is immaculate, but it's a very big car. The brakes aren't the best, and it's a hell of a long time since I've driven something as big as this. So it's going to be a bit like driving Miss Daisy to get us back to London. Here we go. Very tentative. Still just getting used to how big the nose is to bring it out. But there we go. We're on the road. Need to get some petrol. So the first trial, filling up with petrol, has been completed successfully. I'm just getting into the whole Land Rover Defender experience, i.e. you can twist the steering wheel and not much happens. Push the brakes and you've got to push them again a little bit harder and then something happens. But it feels really good to sit this high up. The engine's burbling away nicely, and look at the scenery. You may just see a bit of it out the sides of the windows here. Beautiful Derbyshire scenery. Is to get out into the countryside over the spring, the summer and the early autumn with the bike, and also to go to races outside of London with the bike. Currently I don't have a car to enable me to do that, and I feel very fortunate that I'm able to get a car like this to take me on some adventures. And yes, it does have a sat-nav as well. All mod cons. Let's see how it accelerates. The foot is planted. We are going up a hill. There's 40. driving in just under a quarter of an hour. So I'm back on the country lanes where this Defender belongs, because I've taken a very brief detour to visit my dad because it's the weekend. I'm hoping he's going to be around. He lives in Northamptonshire. Beautiful roads, beautiful countryside. And as you can imagine, my research ahead of buying this car was meticulous. But I did actually manage to watch DS3 Shooter's YouTube channel, and he's got a Land Rover Defender with a long wheelbase, and he waxes lyrical about it. But as a result of that, I was aware, of course, that these things don't exactly accelerate quickly. So it wasn't a surprise that it took just under a quarter of an hour or so to get up to speed on the motorway, only joking. But I can report that once up to speed, i.e. 55 to 65 miles an hour, this thing drives beautifully, holds its line really well, and was a real pleasure to drive on the motorway. And obviously here in the countryside it's in its element, and I'm thoroughly enjoying driving it because you really do feel like your input is valued by the car. You're continually wiggling around the steering wheel, the brakes require a lot more force, and obviously there's a lot more banging and knocking and, you know, general involvement in the process of driving. So yeah, massive thumbs up to D3S Shooter. Thank you ever so much for your passion for your vehicle and for spurring me on to go and get this one. Just on my way home, and business as usual is resumed. Here we are. Does it have the ticket though? Boom. That makes me very happy indeed.